Hey guys, it's Brian with PS4 Trophies. I am showing you a mind is a terrible thing to waste, and this requires you to read the mind of everyone. Just a couple quick things. You can pull up the map and see pink question marks. That'll lead you to a lot of where the locations of people are. Not all of them are people, some of them are things you interact with. Secondly, enemies don't count, so anyone that can kill you doesn't count towards this. And third, duplicate characters don't count. So sometimes you'll see the same character twice in two different places in the level and it doesn't count. So starting in chapter 3, the first one is the tutorial of the mind reading. So go ahead and read that guy's mind, and then we're gonna go just up to the right here where the disco is, and there's 4 people here, so interact with all 4 of these. Hold L2 to enter mind reading mode, and then select the appropriate person's mind you want to read, and hit R1 or R2. I'm using the DualShock 4 controller here to kind of help me select the minds. And then we're going to go just south of there, and there's going to be this crocodile or alligator. I haven't figured out what it is yet. And then the person with the chicken. So go ahead and do that. And there's 18 minds you have to read in this. You can see the counter on the top left here as well. So right here, this is just a little up and to the right of where we were. There's 3 people, or 2 people and a fish. And then after you've done that, there's actually behind this piece of paper here, the chef. So go ahead and take care of this guy as well. And then moving on, this is on the far right of the level. You got the old lady and her dog. You got to read the minds of a lot of animals in this game. They have some interesting comments they have to say. Now here you got 3 people, 1 in the trunk, and then you got the 2 mobster dudes with the guns. Make sure you read their minds before you run them off. At a certain point, you won't be able to do it anymore. And then just to the right of that is the final 2 in this level, and they're the skeletons in the water. And there is a trophy associated with this called Drowned Skeletons. For all trophy guides related to some of these mind reading things, I do have guides for that. There's got to do it at specific times. So here's chapter 4. There's 20 of them, and near the beginning, you got this little dude down here. And then just to the right of that is another piece of paper you pull down, and the doctor is out, apparently. And then further on, you got the dude working the graveyard shift in the graveyard, and the little ghost buddy to the right of him. Highly recommend you listen to a lot of this dialogue. It's exceptionally funny. And if you have a PS4 version, that dialogue actually plays through your controller speaker. So just a little further on from there, you have Dr. Brahm here. Pull open this little piece of paper here, and there's 2 guys. And then from here, we're just going to go ahead and you got this tent. And then we're going to pull the paper down on that. And then there's going to be the Madame Morgue and her ghost friend and the paying customer. So go ahead and read all 3 of them. The ghost will actually appear later in the level again. You only have to get them the first time you encounter them. I'm having some difficulty selecting the right one there. Alright, so we're going to move on here. You got the lady with the balloons, and she's got the tank here, the tank sticker, so go ahead and pull that sticker as well. And then we're going to have the wrestling ring here, and read the mind of the announcer there, and then one wrestler has 3 heads, and you have to read the mind of all 3 of them. That's a little tricky targeting the right one because it moves around too much. But using the touchpad on the DualShock 4 would make this a little easier. Alright, so in the far right, top right of the level, you take the Ferris wheel up. You're going to have this lady back here having herself a frosty beverage and a cigar. So go ahead and do that. Now we're going to go to the top of the map here. And there's going to be this one dude here who's going to give you fire. And then you're going to have these 2 knuckleheads up here. These 2 clowns. So go ahead and do this. And then you're going to have the gorilla over here and the person in the cannon. And that'll do it for chapter 4. We're going to go to chapter 5 here. This is a pretty linear level. This one has a lot of occurrences of the same repeating people. So right off the bat here, read this guy's mind, and then you're going to go to the right, and then you're going to have to do the same thing with the lady at the ticket booth. Yourself, your mom, and your dad are going to appear multiple times in this level. So you only have to read your own mind once, and your mom and dad's mind once as well. And here you are. Here's the younger version of you and your parents. Again, they will appear multiple times, but as long as you just read everyone's minds as you're progressing through this level, you won't have to worry about anything. All right, so moving on here, you got your first girlfriend, so go ahead and make sure you take care of this. Again, there you are again, the younger version of you. You don't have to read your own mind, but just to be safe, you can read it if you'd like. Then you got your father's, I guess, boss right up here. And then you have this little dude here to the right of your father. A little further on, you got the two chess players, and these are going to be the final two in this chapter. And then we're going to go to chapter 6. Chapter 6 is the Cuckoo's Nest. There is 25 them in this level that you need to do, and the first two are right here, right where you start. Read the guard's mind, pull this paper down over here, and you got Spider Woman. And just below where we're at now, there's going to be this dude and his pink bunny friend. So go ahead and read both of theirs. And then I'm going to kind of go from here. We're going to go to the top right where the lady with the cat is. If you read the cat's mind after you bring the mouse to her, you will get a trophy for that. So read these two minds. I do have a lot of trophy guides for chapter 6. If you read minds at certain times, you do get trophies. So just a little further south here where we were, there's the miner. And just to the right of that, there's another rabbit. And there's going to be a ghost there as well a little bit later, but we'll come back to that. I went to the left and down, and you got two guys here. And then just to the left of where we were, you got two pieces of paper. If you pull open, it'll reveal 3 guys. So go ahead and take care of all 3 of these. And there's going to be another one right above the location where we're at. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already as well. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's PS4_trophies. You can follow me on Twitter as well. So that's it. You got the 3 guys down there and the 1 guy above it. And then a little further on the left of the map, there's a guy outside. So if you leave the asylum here, there's going to be this guy here. You will run into him at the end of the level as well. Again, you only have to do it 1 of the 2 times. And then we're going to make our way to the roof. And you got the guy who thinks he's a piece of cheese or something. So he's in the right place at the asylum here. And then you got the lady just to the right here. If you bring her the duck, you will get a trophy. But at the very least, read her mind. And then you just want to scale to the top of the tower. And there's 2 people up here. There is quite a weirdo of you in this top one here. Pull this piece of paper open. And I don't know what this guy's problem is. But you just need to read his mind. After the security guard shows up, read his mind. Also, if you do it when he's passed out, you'll get a trophy as well. And then you have the ghost here. And that'll do it for in the asylum. If you go out through the tunnel to the far right of the map, you've got the ambulance here where the battery's at. There's 3 skeletons here, so make sure you get all 3 of them. And then the last one is the big fish or whale, or I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it's on the very far bottom right of the map.
It's a giant.
And we've already read that guy's mind once. Again, you don't have to do it a second time. So go into Chapter 7, The Fugitive. The Fugitive has only 13. And right at the beginning here, there's this bar. Pull that paper down, and there's a patron down here drinking his sorrows away. He's passed out. So go ahead and read that. And just a little further on, you're going to see the bird sitting on the sign here. Read his mind. And then just to the right of there again, you got the Best Friends Forever shop here. Make sure you take the horse head while you're there. And then you have this guy, he's in the foreground. He's just to the right of where we were. He's very easy to miss. And then you're going to have Ron. He's in this building here, the security guard. There's another trophy tied to him as well. And at the bottom far right of the map is the security, well, not security guard, but police officer. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that there. And then travel up to the platform above us, and there's these two people. And then just to the right is going to be the limo driver.
Can you take me to?
Beat it, wise guy.
So make sure you get the limo driver, and then we're going to go straight up from this location. And then up here is where the lady with the mouth is. So go ahead and take care of this. She requires the horse's head, so go ahead and give that to her. And then at the top left of the map is the old lady here, the helicopter guy, and the fish. You got to read all three of their minds. And this is also where I do get my trophy, because I had to do this in chapter replay, because I did miss one in this level. So if you do miss one, you can just go back and get them in chapter replay. So that's it, chapter 7. I'm going to skip chapter 8 because you guys don't need to know anything about it. Just kidding. There's no collectibles in chapter 8. But chapter 9, first thing you need to do is read your own mind before you do anything. If you're missing one, chances are you're missing your own mind. So before you do anything, read your own mind, and then you have the two other guys just to the left. So moving just to the right of where we're at, there's going to be a skeleton here in a coffin getting zapped there. So read his mind as he's moving away. More of them will come if you miss that guy. And then get the doctor above him. And then just to the right is going to be this lady and a zombie. If you read the lady's mind after she's been shot, there's a trophy for that. But at some point, make sure you do read her mind. And then right below where we're located is going to be the band. And there's 4 people here. Now the zombie on the far right, if you do bring the singing mouthpiece to him and then read his mind, you will get a trophy as well for that. Now this is in the bottom left where Elvis is located. I don't know if it's the real Elvis or what he is, but read his mind and take his guitar while you're at it. And once you've done that, go to the other Elvis. There's a second one. And then just to the right of this Elvis is going to be Santa Claus. So we're going to have to go ahead and do Santa Claus as well. If you don't get him here, you do get him later in the level. And then up kind of on the top of the map, you got the Yeti and the guard just to the right of them. And just real quick, make sure you're interacting with their brains, reading their minds before interacting with any other objects near them or any stickers. Sometimes they will go away. So this is in the center. After you've taken the elevator down, you got the robot. So read his brain. And then you got 2 more guys in the room just to the left of him. And then if you go back to the right, you're going to have 2 women and a guy here. You got to read each of the 3 minds here. And then there's 2 babies you got to read. There's a baby that's going to be in the woman on the left, and then you're going to place the baby on the general there in the center, and you're going to have to read each of those. So here's the baby. Then you're going to take the baby, and it's going to end up on the guy, and you're going to read the mind again. So make sure you do that. And then just to the right, another one a lot of people miss is the rocket itself. And now we're going to go back directly left of where we're at, and eventually you're going to run back into Santa Claus here with the reindeer. Make sure you get the reindeer here. You haven't gotten him yet. And then there's going to be 4 jars. There's going to be Houdini on the far left jar. I believe the one right here, I think that's Kermit the Frog. And then you got 2 more. Kind of tricky to kind of pinpoint which one you're going after here. The DualShock 4 does make it easier if you use the touchpad. All right, you have 2 more left. Next one is the bagpipe guy. So make sure you get his mind. And then after the bagpipe, at the very end of the level, is another one that's very easy to miss. It's your girlfriend, and you need to read her mind before you take the sticker off of her mouth.
Thank goodness. I finally found you.
If you take the sticker off first, you will lose the chance to actually read her mind, as the cutscene will play and the level will end. So make sure you read the brain first and then take the sticker off. Now we're into the final chapter. You're going to start off as this little squid thing, and just to the right is the guy lying down here. And then you got your girlfriend hanging above here. And then you, on the bottom left of the map, is Ray himself again. And you have to read Ray's mind once more. And then you're going to find a bunch of these robots laying around the level. The first one here is with the satellite dish on his brain, on his head. Make sure you take that around with you. Then you'll have another one here. These guys are easy to find. You have to go past them. And in the bottom left, there's going to be another one of those robots, but a turtle. Make sure you read the turtle's brain first before you put the dish on the guy's head and read his mind at that point. And then a little further up to the right, upper right kind of the level, you have this guy sitting up here watching TV. And then we're going to go just to the left of there, and you're going to have the big brain. In this room, there's the robot just to my right, and then the big brain itself. Now we're going to go to the top of the level, I believe. Yeah, this is the very top. And there's the robot snail here to the top right. This is a little tricky to get because once you enter your mind reading mode, it kind of goes out of view. So I kind of do a little jump there to be able to target it. So make sure you get him. It's real easy to miss that because of how it zooms in. And then just to the left there is going to be a head in the bowl here. Got a little Futurama thing going on. All right, now this is in the kind of in the center, but on the far left, and you got the guy at the gun. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of this, and then we're gonna go just north of where we're at here. And then there's gonna be 2 more guys. You got the chef and then a robot. So 2 chefs, I guess they're both chefs. And then we only have 1 more left, and that's gonna be the old woman herself. Kind of the whole reason this whole thing is happening. And you can see where I'm located on the map. She's going to be just to the left here and just above me here. So read her mind, and that'll do it, guys. That'll get you the Mind It's a Terrible Thing to Waste trophy. So I want to thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.